Look at all those happy viewer faces making recipes for the Sunrise Show. We are coming down the home stretch of this week's Sunrise Viewers Thanksgiving Recipe Series. So after mashed potato balls on Monday and corn bake on Tuesday and that macadamia nut pie yesterday, we have another side dish to feature this morning, and it comes from that viewer right there. Well, she's not there yet. Maybe she won't answer the door. Oh, thank goodness she did. That is viewer Roberta. She lives in Camas, and she invited us into her kitchen to check out one of her favorite Thanksgiving recipes. And just like that, we are now in the kitchen of viewer Roberta. This is Roberta. You want to say hi to the audience?
Good morning.
And this is why we're in her kitchen. This is her sweet potato casserole. Why is this a staple at every one of your Thanksgiving dinners?
Well, Drew, I don't really love vegetables. So this is my way of putting vegetables on my Thanksgiving table.
I don't really like vegetables either, but I love a good casserole. And again, this thing looks awesome. So let's jump into the recipe. And we're gonna start with kind of the finishing part here. The crust that goes on top, can you just walk me through what's involved with that?
5 simple ingredients: brown sugar, flour, melted butter, chopped nuts, I like pecans, and a little bit of chopped rosemary.
I'll stop you right there. You mentioned rosemary. I didn't see that one coming. Why the rosemary?
I like the added level of flavor that rosemary brings. It adds a little bit of savory to the sweetness.
So our crust is ready to go at this point, but we're gonna set this bowl aside, get back to that later. We need to dive into the sweet potatoes. How many do we need for this recipe?
I use 5 or 6 medium-sized sweet potatoes. You want to pierce them with the fork before you bake them.
Once the sweet potatoes are all mashed up, what are we adding to them?
1/2 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, then some salt, pepper, ginger, cinnamon, vanilla, freshly ground nutmeg, and don't forget the butter.
How much butter did you say is going in that recipe?
The whole stick.
The whole stick.
The whole stick.
Thank you, butter, for making things better. Once the mixture is all mixed up, what happens next?
Put it in a greased casserole dish, put the topping on, put it in the oven.
Thank you for allowing me to help with the topping part, Roberta. I feel like even distribution is the key here.
Yes.
Once I wrap this part up, how long is it in the oven for and at what temperature?
30 minutes, 350 degrees. Once it's done baking, let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes.
And now my favorite part of these viewer recipe segments, the taste test. Cheers, Roberta. Diving into Roberta's sweet potato casserole. Now you started this segment out by bringing up the word vegetable. This does not feel like a vegetable experience.
No.
This is much more like a delicious dessert. Another winner. I mean, seriously, a great recipe. We had that macadamia nut pie, which I'm still thinking about this morning. But that sweet potato pie casserole, it's like fantastic. Here's where I'm kind of jumpy right now. I almost made a huge viewer recipe fumble. I almost screwed this whole thing up. I forgot to post the recipe on my Facebook page.
He was in
how are
full-on
viewers
panic
going to
mode.
make this?
I know.
Well, there can. It's a problem resolved. We've posted the recipe. Whew, there it is. It just posted about 15 seconds ago.
Yep.
You go to my Drew Carney, KGW TV Facebook page. You see me and Roberta enjoying that sweet potato casserole. The entire recipe is spelled out right there. And as we've been saying all week, Rod.
Yes.
Another thing you can do here, you can text the word recipe to that phone number on your screen. It's pretty cool. When you text recipe to that number, you wait about 5 seconds and then bam, we send you a link. And that link features all the recipes this week. Welcome back to the Sunrise Show. It is time to eat this morning as we enter the home stretch of our week-long Viewers Thanksgiving Recipe Series. So today we have another side dish, something that I think would go quite well with the mashed potato balls and the corn bake that we served up earlier this week. There's a look at this side dish. It comes from a viewer named Roberta who lives in Camas. This is a look inside her home kitchen. She calls this recipe her sweet potato casserole. There's the sweet potatoes right there. So last hour, we took you inside her home kitchen. This hour, we brought Roberta right here into the Sunrise studio, and here she is, live in the flesh on this Thursday morning. Welcome to the studio again, Roberta.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so man, you brought it. Everyone's raving about your casserole dish as well. So here it is in the dish, the sweet potato casserole. Camera J, always so good at zooming in with that camera to give us a look at the recipe itself. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to ask you about why you make this a staple at all of your Thanksgiving feasts?
Sure. I am not a vegetable lover. That is well known. So this is my attempt to be a good mom and put some vegetables on the Thanksgiving table, and I'll actually eat it.
You know, you told me that when I was at your house.
Oh, yeah.
I looked it up just to make sure. I said, are sweet potatoes technically a vegetable? And sure enough, they are a starchy
good.
vegetable, so it is still a vegetable. And I actually saw online that it just considered how dense they are. Some people consider them to be the healthiest vegetable of all. So you are a vegetable lover, Roberta.
I love them.
Hey, gang, do you want to come on over here and try this?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got Brenda, we've got Christine, we've got Rod making their way over to the table. We also have some more video from Roberta's kitchen. While everyone digs in this morning, Roberta, would you please explain just how easy this is? Because you've got the time where the sweet potatoes have to bake in the oven. And then the time where the casserole has to bake in the oven. But between that, I mean, how simple is this?
It's really about 5 minutes. I use my KitchenAid mixer. That makes it a whole lot easier. You might spend a little time mashing the sweet potatoes if you do it by hand.
That's crazy sweet.
Throw it in a mixer. It's a piece of cake.
So yesterday, I was raving about the macadamia nut pie. I thought, can I just come on the air again and talk about how great this is? Eventually, my words are just going to be lost on viewers. So I feel like today, actions will speak louder than words. I'm going to show you just how much I love this by finishing this plate in about 10 seconds or less. In that time, with the three of you, and now Chris, chime in with what you're experiencing in your mouths.
Well, you said dessert. I'm going to stick with that. Dessert. It's very good.
But
It's
got
dessert.
A beautiful balance of flavors, a little buttery, a little sweet.
Exactly. Rosemary, the butter.
Sweet,
So
savory.
good.
I love it.
I would never eat sweet potato. I would eat this.
Are these
wow.
like candied pecans?
I am
What are
going to
these?
eat this.
Candied.
It's pecans
You downed it.
and some flour and a little brown sugar and then rosemary.
Yeah, very tasty.
Add a little butter.
So delicious.
Is no one eating
you're
this one?
done.
Are you
No one's
gonna
eating
down
that.
that one too?
That's how much I love your sweet potato casserole. Honestly, when I was in her house, I was like, I can't stop eating this. I must leave your house before I eat myself to death.
It's too good.
It just goes down really
Yeah,
It still maintain its nutritional integrity after like all.
Why are you questioning that?
Because I want to eat this and go on health food.
You've said it many times before. It's Thanksgiving. Let's not worry about calorie counts, right?
Yeah.
So you can make this any time of the year.
That's illegal.
All right, Roberta, thanks for hanging out with us. Don't go anywhere, though, because we want to highlight you before the show is over one more time. But right here is where I remind our viewers where they can find viewer Roberta's sweet potato casserole recipe. There she and I are on my KGW TV Facebook page. And as you scroll through that post, you'll see the entire recipe spelled out. Also, something else you can do, you can type the word recipe and text it to us on your phones to that number, 503-226-5088. We'll send you back a handy link where all of this week's recipes are highlighted.